She likes Apple over Amazon, if you're sort of pairing them up here. Apple over Amazon. She likes Roku over Netflix and Facebook over Alphabet. Now, I should preface all this and say she has a buy on Apple, on Amazon, on Roku, and on Alphabet, okay? She's hold on Facebook, and she has an underperform on Netflix. But pairing these things off, and it goes really to the conversation we're having earlier, right? We're about to get on with the rest of our lives, and we can't wait to do so. So some of the bigger winners are going to be losers compared to some of these other big names, like Apple over Amazon. What do you think about that one specifically first? And then I want your take on Facebook Alphabet, because I know how much you like Alphabet.
Yeah, I own both Apple. First of all, I completely agree with her premise, a digital attention recession, just because she was saying last year the amount of time the average adult spent consuming digital content in any form was 7 hours, 50 minutes. If you think about a typical adult is awake 16, 17 hours a day, that's a third of our time binging TV shows and or watching YouTube content. It's not sustainable. It's not going to be that way. So if you assume, as she does, lopping 15% off of that total amount of attention we were giving to digital content, then you ask which questions benefit from us spending less time doing that and more time doing other things. I think that part is where I have a disagreement. I don't know that you can actually derive an Apple versus Amazon based on that premise that easily. So I get what she's saying. Where I do agree, I think things like Netflix and Disney are probably going to have tougher comps in terms of how much time and attention people are devoting to that programming. So maybe that's where it's a better trade to just kind of avoid things that have gone up a lot on digital streaming.
Sorry to interrupt you. I just want to make sure you answer this one for me. What do you make of the Facebook over Alphabet one? That, to me, that doesn't seem to make a lot of sense, right? You've positioned Alphabet as one of the ultimate recovery, back to business, back to life trades.
It is, and it's been estimated that somewhere, they don't break this out, but somewhere between 10 and 15% of Google's advertising revenue come from the travel segment. So it's hard to understand this call. And then, of course, there's also the ultimate reopening play, mobility, and Google's Waymo. I think in the second half of this year, you're going to start to see a lot of news coming out about that. And if you look at the way Uber and Lyft have been trading as the recovery's been opening, that's all hidden inside the value of Google, and I don't think Google's getting much credit for what's happening there and what could happen. So I think so again, I agree with the premise. I don't love the execution of doing these pair-offs, one versus the other. I don't think it's going to be as clean and neat as the way she's laid it out.